Please be seated. It's so nice to be back here. Good morning, families, friends, trustees, faculty, upper school students, and most of all, the magnificent Laurel School class of 2026. Before the real fun begins, we ask that you silence and turn off your cell phones and devices that emit noise. And for the safety of our guests and graduates, photography and videography are prohibited in the concert hall. We will make available official photos of the graduates receiving their diplomas and a recording of today's ceremony. I also want to be sure to take a moment to thank all of the Laurel staff who have worked tirelessly to make this day possible. It is a true team effort guided by exquisite planning, and I know you are all as grateful as I am for this stunning celebration. Let's hear it for them. Today, we gather to celebrate 52 extraordinary young women. Graduates, take stock. This room is filled with the family members who have loved you, cheered for you, driven you everywhere, proofread your papers, made your bed, eased your fears, and believed in you in the face of real challenges. To our parents, guardians, and families, thank you for partnering with us and for trusting us with your remarkable daughters. Their success started with you 18 years ago, and just look at them now. Also joining us to celebrate you are the 9th, 10th, and 11th graders who have learned from you, looked up to you, and laughed and learned with you every day at Laurel. And of course, your teachers who have poured into you, shared their wisdom with you, listened to you, pushed you, wrote your letters of recommendations, advised and coached you, and felt enormous joy watching you thrive. As I stand before you, completing my own first year at Laurel, I am filled with a profound and personal sense of gratitude for the class of 2026. Stepping into a school with such a rich historic legacy is an exhilarating journey, but it also comes with a sizable learning curve. You were patient with me, explaining all the Laurel traditions with kindness. My first week here, the members of the choir taught me the alma mater. I had so much fun at our senior teas, at the senior sleepover, at your musical theater performances, as well as in Dayton and Youngstown, and our exit interviews where your love and hope for the school was so very clear to me. You have accomplished so much, and I have been astounded this year by your strength and grit, your wit, and your intellect. You taught me what it truly means to bleed green and white. You shared your insights, explained your beloved rituals, and modeled the very essence of Laurel's mission and values with maturity, grace, and a brilliant sense of humor. Thank you for your resilience and your leadership. To quote our commencement speaker, Heather Ettinger, if you dream big, take action, and enjoy the journey, that will equal living an abundant life. Congratulations, class of 2026. This world is waiting for you. Go Gators. Now I would like to introduce the legendary, the magnificent, the amazing, Senora Marty Hardy, who will offer the invocation.
We are gathered here today in this beautiful, beautiful Severance Hall to celebrate the class of 2026. We are thrilled to share this occasion as these 52 graduates look out at their parents, grandparents, siblings, teachers, staff, and friends whose love, guidance, and support have helped shape them into the remarkable students we cherish today. Throughout their years at Laurel, they have gained confidence in their abilities, developed resilience in the face of challenges, and learned to grow from both successes and setbacks. Class of 2026, as you move forward into futures filled with hope and possibility, may you continue to dream boldly, lead with wisdom, and believe in your power to make a difference in the world. Always remember to live with kindness, compassion, and purpose in all that you do.
Good morning. I'm Rachel Herline, Laurel's Associate Head of School and one of the co-directors of Laurel Center for Research for Girls. And I am delighted to introduce this year's student commencement speaker, Maeve Simperman. Maeve has meant many things to our community over her 4 years. She is a source of hilarity and a voice of reason. She is the life of the party and the person making sure everyone around her feels included. She's a confident leader who can stand before a crowd and a compassionate friend who notices the person standing alone. I had the privilege of getting to know Maeve while traveling with her and 9 other amazing Laurel girls on a global education trip to El Salvador. And what stood out while we were abroad are the same qualities that stand out back home. Maeve shows up fully as herself. She is thoughtful without being performative, funny without needing attention, and deeply kind in ways both big and small. Wherever she goes, people are drawn into her orbit. On our trip, when we were riding on the bus for hours on bumpy roads through the countryside, she turned those trips into enthusiastic sing-alongs and somehow got everyone involved, even our bus driver at times. It was more than a fun way to pass the time. It was a reflection of Maeve's gift for bringing people together and creating a sense of community wherever she goes. It is my honor to welcome to the podium this year's student commencement speaker and Laurel's student body president, Maeve Simperman.
Good morning. Friends, families, teachers, staff, students, and soon-to-be alumni. My name is Maeve Simperman, and I have had the privilege of being a member of the class of 2026 at Laurel School. If you personally know a member of the Laurel class of 26, or maybe have come across our class Instagram, or really you just have to live within a 100-mile radius of Laurel, you know that we are one nostalgic bunch. We mourned the good old days, the days back when we were young and in high school before even finishing the 9th grade. We sang throughout the entire lunch on our last day of junior year. To put it into perspective, that's almost 40 minutes of singing. I mean, I know we're passionate, but there's no way that was good for us. We cried and cried and cried, thinking about graduation on the horizon. And yet, in all of that anticipation, I never actually allowed myself to envision what it would look like to say goodbye to this school. As today approached, I realized I had no other choice but to imagine what these goodbyes would look like. Here's what I had in mind. A goodbye to the teachers of Laurel would be a thank you. A thank you for the 4 years of belief in our abilities and of pushing and urging us to challenge ourselves, of the talks and laughs and cries we have shared with you. I imagine that when people become teachers, there's a part of them that wants to change a student's life. I hope you all know that you have succeeded with our class. This is the first time that when we leave for this summer, it won't be a see you in August, it will be a goodbye. It will be a thank you for all that you have done. A goodbye to the teachers of Laurel School is an acknowledgement of the people you have shaped us to be. A goodbye to the peers that we leave behind at Laurel is a tribute to how lucky we are to have grown up with all of you. Whether we shared classes or sports or were big and little sis, I speak for the whole class of 26 when I say thank you to all of you for being our friends. It has been a wonderful high school experience, and that is because of you guys. What a privilege it has been to have known all of you. To the classes of 29, 28, and 27, thank you for giving us the best last year of high school. It's been everything we could have asked for and more. The last goodbye that I have spent much time mulling over is to the class of 2026. It is a goodbye to the classes that we spend laughing with each other. It is a goodbye to how easily we cry at the mention of leaving Laurel. It is a goodbye to the conversations we can have with anyone in our grade and the way we celebrate each other's accomplishments and are there to comfort others in times of need. There's no way we could have known everything this school would give us. The chances of all of us meeting in a setting beyond these dear walls were slim to none. We travel from all over for the opportunity to attend this school. We would not have met without Laurel, and for that, we are eternally grateful. We have grown up in this community, pouring our hearts into it, and in return, we have left with a lifetime of lessons, friendships, and a readiness to take on the world. I never thought this day would come, but here we are, and while I'm so sad that our time together in this school has come to an end, I'm so happy that it happened. I will miss you all dearly. As we look to the future, there is so much to be discovered, so much to be experienced, so many people to meet and places to explore, so many different versions of ourselves we will come across. A month ago, in my senior speech, I said there is no way for us to know what the next years of our lives hold, and that's okay. It's just part of life. What I do know is that wherever we end up, we will find success. That's a given, because what you might not fully know is that these remarkable people aren't just wonderful as a class, but also as individuals. We are innovators, scientists, artists, writers and readers, business owners, athletes, and more. We are curious about the world around us and eager to change it for the better. I know the people sitting behind me. I know their hearts, and because of that, I know how far they will go. I can't wait to see it all unfold, and I really can't wait to friend you all on Facebook when the time comes to finally download Facebook. Don't worry, though, we still have time. It hasn't fully hit me yet that this is the end. I don't think it will for a while. I realize that this moment is one of the last opportunities I have to speak to you all at once, so this will be my final goodbye. Thank you to this school, to the people who make it, to the friends that have been made, to the Laurel Bananas, the arguments between green and white go white. Thank you to chapels, to song contests, to the Gator Bowl, to the ups and downs of upper school, to plaid skirts, and most importantly, to the love that makes this school what it is. Thank you.
Heather Rulston Ettinger, class of 1979, is the founder and CEO of Luma Thrive, where she coaches and consults with wealth management firms and advisors nationwide, helping them create more meaningful, value-driven experiences for women and families. Over a 35-year career, she built one of the country's leading advisory practices focused on women and multi-generational families. And today, she is passionate about sharing those lessons and insights with the next generation of leaders. A proud member of a 4-generation Laurel family, Ms. Ettinger is a trustee emerita and was honored as Laurel's Distinguished Alumna in 2010. She graduated from Dartmouth College and has become a nationally recognized keynote speaker, industry thought leader, and author of the best-selling book, Lumination. Her expertise and perspective have been featured in leading publications, including The Wall Street Journal, Barron's, and Bloomberg. Yet, beyond her professional accomplishments, Ms. Ettinger is most proud of the roles she holds closest to her heart: wife, mother of 3, to Emily, Laurel class of 2011, Kelly, Laurel class of 2013, and Henry, mentor, lifelong athlete, and passionate advocate for women who lead with both courage and compassion. Please join me in a warm welcome to Heather Rulston Ettinger.
Good morning. I could not be more honored to celebrate the class of 2026 and stand among a community that I treasure. Why? Because my Laurel blood runs green. And over time, I've realized that Laurel green is not really a color. It's a way of moving through the world, curious, collaborative, resilient, and often just bold enough to challenge what already exists. I've had the opportunity to invest my time, energy, and yes, my money in many things over the years. And I can tell you without hesitation, Laurel is the best investment my family and I have ever made, because it is an extraordinary community that believes deeply in women and invest boldly in their futures, the women you are becoming, and the lives that you will go on to build, whatever that may look like. And I know it may be hard to fully appreciate sitting where you are right now, but give it time. And before I go any further, there's a bit of a tradition at Laurel Commencement. The student speaker often steals the show. I was just hoping for a slightly easier act to follow. Listening to Maeve brings me to something I hope every one of you carries with you. Laurel is not just a school. It's a lifelong ecosystem of women who continue to invest in one another across decades, industries, cities, and stages of life. As I've gone through some important life moments, the Laurel community has continued to show up in extraordinary ways. My anesthesiologist and OB, who, when I delivered our children, Laurel. Clients who sought me out because of shared values and trust and who helped build my career, Laurel. My business lawyer today, Laurel. That's not coincidence, that's community. And over time, something became very clear. You get to choose who sits in your inner circle. Your future will be shaped as much by the relationships around you as the talents within you. And sometimes the right people become your green light. The older I get, the more I realize Laurel was never just about the years I spent here. It was about gaining access to generations of smart, capable, values-driven women who continue to invest in each other long after graduation. Some of the women who will shape your future, who will challenge you, mentor you, hire you, support you, and stand beside you during hard moments are Laurel women you haven't even met yet. One of the most important lessons I've learned is that the impact and leadership are rarely about being flashiest or most naturally talented. To be sure, I've never been the most skilled player, employee, or leader. But I am tenacious, earning me the nickname Scrappy. Clearly, that's not exactly the glamorous nickname every teenage girl dreams of, but honestly, I embrace it. Some of you may know that I'm a pioneer in women's ice hockey, and now in my 50th year of playing. My favorite movie of all time is Miracle, about the 1980 U.S. Olympic men's hockey team defeating all odds to win gold. Why? Because of its lessons on leadership and teams. That team was never built by just collecting the most talented players. It was built around, yes, talented players, but with aligned values, discipline, sacrifice, and shared purpose. Great teams, whether in sports, business, friendship, and leadership, are built around aligned values. And to the dads and men in this room, thank you. Raising and supporting strong women is clearly not for the faint of heart. But the world needs more people confident enough to champion strong women. Being a pioneer in women's hockey came also with its challenges. Many facilities were not designed with women athletes in mind, and there were no defined women's and men's locker rooms. After one game, an entire men's hockey team accidentally walked into our locker room while we were changing. Most of us panicked, except one teammate. She calmly threw the napkin-sized towel, which could not possibly cover a woman's body, over her head and sat there naked. Why? She answered, well, they may have seen my body, but they won't know whose it is. Challenging moments often require innovative solutions. I was also a pioneer in the financial services business, and that came with its own challenges. Early in my first job out of college as an equity trader, I uncovered that the two men hired before me were making twice as much for the exact same role. Same expectations, half the pay. That was a wake-up call. And it wasn't just about the money. It was awareness and understanding of the game being played around me. If you do not articulate your value, someone else will define it for you, and they will likely get it wrong. The best opportunities in life are often disguised as challenges like this. They demand that you be scrappy. Some of you may know that as a woman trying to better the world, I decided to build a different model for my firm to address the deeply negative messages women receive around managing money and financial literacy. I believe the future belongs to firms that better engage and serve women and families, not simply by managing investments, but by truly understanding their lives, values, fears, goals, and aspirations. Many naysayers dismissed my ideas. That bold vision changed the trajectory of our firm. But the most meaningful part was what it made possible for others, including young Laurel women. Through internships and mentoring, I've watched young women build confidence and step into rooms they once thought were beyond them. Young women like your classmate, Aleka, who leveraged her internship with us to also pay it forward by creating a middle school financial literacy program. That's leadership and mentorship. Not simply by building something for yourself, but creating opportunities that help others rise too. Representation matters because visibility and opportunity shapes outcomes. And when young women can see themselves in leadership, innovation, finance, entrepreneurship, athletics, and service, they begin to imagine bigger possibilities for themselves too. And while we're on the topic of money, I want to challenge you to think differently. Women have often been told not to talk openly about money and have received plenty of other condescending messages along the way. Meanwhile, women now control the majority, roughly 60 trillion in global wealth, and businesses founded or led by women often outperform male-led counterparts in both revenue generation and profitability. That matters, because wealth is not just about money, it's about influence and the ability to shape what matters. I believe that if we better educate, support, and activate women around their wealth, we can become one of the greatest forces for positive social change the world has ever seen. When women invest, we often invest with purpose, desiring measurable impact. We already have enormous power. The question is, will we claim it and invest it wisely in our growth, in our values, in our relationships, in positive change, in our beloved Laurel community, and in ourselves? So let me be clear. You're already incredibly well prepared with superior critical thinking and communication skills that will put you ahead in almost any room you walk into. But as much as you think you already know about yourself, stay curious. The pressure to have everything figured out early is wildly overrated. As you enter new chapters in life, you are the CEO of your inner circle. Choose people who are smart enough to inspire you, kind enough to lift you up when life gets hard, and grounded enough to remind you who you are when the world gets noisy. Because true confidence is not about outshining everyone else. It's about helping others shine too. Too many women spend their lives waiting for permission. Consider this your green light. Green to lead, green to build, green to question, green to innovate, green to stay scrappy enough to make a difference. Because Laurel didn't just prepare you for the future, it prepared you to invest wisely in it. Congratulations, class of 2026. Go make Laurel proud and maybe just a little bit nervous.
I am very excited to present the diplomas for the class of 2026. We ask that guests please hold your applause until all the graduates have received their diploma. Taylor Madeline Olson. Eloise Shang Yu Peckham. Mira Evelina Sharma Kumar. Amelia Mabel Bravo. Sophia Rose von Tarasinski. Julia Yuang. Annalise Valencia Carrias. Michelle Marie Mancarios. Grace Juliana Smith. Martha Claire Neff. Maya Evelina Cantwell. Elizabeth Ashley Weingart. Morgan Naomi Moore. Maddox Lily Cotier. Miyako Kesa Dallas. Maeve Maida Simperman. Arabella Ana Maria Melantine. Marley Goodman. Madeline Gloria Gorbach. Sarah Yael Ratner. Blake Elise Zoller. Kaisa Dugny Stroutnex. McKenna Ray Caver. Kaya Leona Scrow. Claire Lucille Leland. Brooke Fiona Barragate. Asale Mundia Jendaya Jones. Madeline Lee Friedman. Abigail Bryn Clayton. Bryn Bigger Lipman. Brooke Soleil Davis. Fiona Guadalupe Pianco Boyd. Cecilia Rowland Doherty. Mackenzie Marie Reed. Jana Cosme. Juliana Sofia DeSalvo. Sheridan Joyce Brazil. Sydney Simone Brielle Robinson. Madeline Suzanne McGarry. Isabella Marie Carey. Catherine Elizabeth Owen. Aleka Murli Dodla. Dana Tariq Al-Rashid. Brooke Aziza Robinson. Isabella Grace Wallerstein King. Jordana Crystal Allen. Tristan L. Williams. Bailey Lena Everett. Olivia Joan Schneider. Stella Louise Fox. Chloe Renee Johnson. And Lyndon Sally Spence. It is my great pleasure to present the class of 2026.
This Morning by Mary Oliver. This morning, the redbird's eggs have hatched, and already the chicks are chirping for food. They don't know where it's coming from. They just keep shouting, more, more. As to anything else, they haven't had a single thought. Their eyes haven't yet opened. They know nothing about the sky that's waiting, or the thousands, the millions of trees. They don't even know that they have wings. And just like that, like a simple neighborhood event, a miracle is taking place. We gathered here this morning for a simple neighborhood event, but it has been miraculous indeed. And as it was for the redbirds, what's next is beyond imagination. May the women of the Laurel School class of 2026 go forward from this hall screaming, more, more. Their eyes open, their wings spread wide, brimming with earned confidence, relentless optimism, and warm-heartedness. May they take flight through the thousands, know the millions of trees, their brightness touching every corner of the earth where their wild and wonderful journeys will take them. May they bring great joy to all whose paths they cross, modeling the courage, the curiosity, the ethics, and the creativity that they've honed at Laurel, but made their own. May each and every one of them fulfill their promise and better the world, making miracles as they soar. Congratulations on this commencement day, class of 2026. You can now join me in the alma mater.